Hello and welcome back to the Stuff and Nonsense podcast, where we don't talk about anything, we talk about anything. I'm Gunsmoke, and I'm joined by my colleague, as usual.
Wristwatch. Just the first
Wristwatch.
It's just the first word that I came up with in my head.
All right.
Those might be our real names on our birth certificates. You don't know that.
I am Gunsmoke.
You don't know that. What are we doing today?
Of course, we are talking about chocolate bars.
Chocolado!
Because chocolate is such a broad subject that we've sort of specifically narrowed it down to chocolate bars. Some of which you might argue are not chocolate bars and just chocolate within other bits. You'll figure out eventually what we're on about.
Oh, here we go. I just thought, if it ain't bars, it ain't ours. Yes. Having said that, though, we might go on to do like different types of chocolate in different episodes. So even though this is a chocolate bar episode, we might do other bits of chocolate episode where we include chocolate buttons, chocolate magic stars, maybe other shite like that. But this is just bars only. As you can see in Vito's background, all the fully formed chocolate there is in bar.
That's where I am right now.
Bar form. He's in Chocolateville. Is that Chocolateville?
Chocolateville.
Oh, Bourneville.
It's Chocolateville. Bourneville.
That's what.
Sort of.
Yeah, we do. There is really part of Birmingham that is you're just in Birmingham right now.
Yeah. This is where I'd be if there weren't restrictions. So I've kind of brought the vibe along.
Talking of... sorry, I just wanted to say about Cadbury World. Remember when we went to Cadbury World?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was actually quite decent. We can do it again now because I can eat dairy. I do eat dairy again now, so we can go back at some point.
Oh, yeah, speaking about that, have you eaten many chocolate bars or gone back to eating much chocolate since you've...
Not a lot. I've had some, and like I like dark chocolate anyway, so I have a lot of dark, which doesn't have a lot of dairy in it. And some of it doesn't have any dairy in it at all, but I think the ones that I do have a bit. But at Christmas, I was straight into the Quality Street after I ate Terry's chocolate orange, which have no place in today's episode because they're not bars. Even though you can actually buy, I have seen the chocolate orange bar though. Is that even a bar though? Because that's just segments stuck together. It's not really a bar. It's lazy.
It's not a traditional bar. It's just one of those things where they'll do anything to make it into something. You could literally like Smarties bar. That's not a chocolate bar. It's not well known anyway.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to be covering some of the classics. Vito sent me a list which I've not added anything to because I think sometimes we do I don't want to do too many things for the tier list. That's what I'm getting at. Basically, we are going to do a tier list come the end of the episode, which could cause some controversy. So who knows?
Very well.
What was the segmentio that you wanted to start with? Talking of Terry's chocolate oranges.
Speaking of we're all having
we can't talk.
Muddled brains. No, I don't know what's going on today.
I don't know why we're doing this.
I think it might be the morning wine I had.
Oh dear! I told you to stay away from the morning wine because it'll become an issue, and you'll start having a bad liver and having too much alcohol in your life, and then it's a bad thing. Nothing goes well if you have too much alcohol.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
From now on, I will stop. The segment is 22 discontinued chocolate bars that we really want to bring back. We'll see if we really want to. I bet some of these we won't.
Are these from the UK? Or are they...
I think they're from the UK, yeah.
Lovely.
Does look like as if they're UK, so we'll be able to relate better. Number one is the Cadbury's Taz bar, which we talked about before we actually started the episode.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't say here, but you mentioned it was like pretty much a caramel Freddo, is it?
Yeah, well, I saw a thing that said it was like a Freddo, but with caramel in it. And instead of being in the shape of the frog, it was in the shape of Taz, the Tasmanian Devil, the famed cartoon character. I don't know. I can't imagine it would have been like incredible, but it probably would have been nice. I'm a big fan of a chocolate caramel combination. And
Yeah, I think
now it's basically just always salted caramel now, though, rather than just normal caramel. But I like
I
both.
know.
So
Some might argue that having that around the Tasbar is justified as having a caramel version of the dairy milk, because how many people really eat the caramel dairy milk? I don't really. I'd have it, but
no, I like it. I don't know if I'd ever choose it. I don't know. I do like
seems a bit
I do
much.
like some caramel though. If anything, I don't like salted caramel when it's got too much salt in it though, because then it's just
Yeah,
weird. Like when it's got a big like rock like crystals of salt, it's a bit too much sometimes. But
yeah, I don't need that rock salt.
nah, get away with it with your rock salt and stuff.
Next on the list is Cadbury's Mint Crisp. Uh, it just looks
Interesting.
like a crispy bits of mint in a chocolate bar.
And also a very good fan of the combination of chocolate and mint. To be honest, it's a very
Yeah,
good combination.
yeah.
What? Oh yeah, After Eight, not a bar, but great combination. I can't think of a
Mm.
bar. I can think of a bar that's. Yeah, have you had the fries peppermint cream before?
I haven't.
I think they
No,
do an
but
orange cream as well, or a strawberry cream, maybe all three. They just have like
also Cadbury's.
it's kind of like the Quality Street, like the strawberry and orange creme, like Quality Streets, but in a bar, pretty much.
Is it literally just cream filled?
Yeah, it's like that texture that you get in the Quality Streets. But I'm a big. They're my two favorite Quality Streets, by the way, and no one else likes them.
Hmm.
Not really. Me and my mum like them, and no one else does. So we always get everyone else's rubbish Quality Streets because we love them. So
Because that's a bonus.
yeah,
Yeah, there's also Aero as well. Um,
Aero.
yeah, that's minty, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, it is. They have. I think they have. I swear I keep seeing new versions of it, but yeah, that I used to like that one, the mint Aero, definitely incredible, remarkable.
it's really nice. Next on the list is Cadbury Snowflake. It's just like a white flake, basically white chocolate
Oh
flake.
yeah, I think I did. I think I saw that on some list that I looked at. Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah, we were saying as well. Does a flake classify as a chocolate bar or not? Because it kind of is, but then also it's just something you put in the top of a ice cream. It's like, they're annoying though with flakes though because they like flake off and they go everywhere. But because it's such thin chocolate, it just melts like instantly. So like if you got
Yeah,
it on like your clothes, it just melts like straight away because it's really thin.
and you
So
can't like take it all the way out of the wrapper to eat. You kind of have to like eat it in the wrapper, otherwise it'll melt in your hands.
yeah, tactics. You need to tactically eat your chocos, guys.
Absolutely, or keep it in ice cream.
Tactical chocoing. That's what I call it.
Uh, Next on the list,
I don't call it that.
uh, it's a good thing to call it anyway. Next on the list is Mars Delight. I'm not very good at explaining things apart from the literal explanation of what it is. I What the hell
That's
is it?
good.
I don't even know what it is. It kind of just looks like, again, maybe like a white chocolate version of a Mars bar. Which you really need white chocolate versions of everything? I don't think so.
It's like, yeah, they just do variations of everything now. I think it's come to the point with so many things where the industry doesn't know what to do, so they just come out with new, like slightly changed versions of things that already exist. It's like with films as well. How like the film producers and directors have like run out of film ideas, so they just either remake films or do sequels, or basically do
Hmm.
like a remake. I already said remake, but there probably are some original film ideas people can come up with. But like in terms of like big films, they're all like based on other films or remakes of other films. It's the same in
Or it's
chocolate.
just like Disney doing like the live action version of every animated film.
God, yeah, it's the same with like kids' TV when they brought about like the CGI Postman Pat, and he had like a helicopter, and I wanted to be sick. That's like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And they have like Fireman Sam as well, CGI. It's just awful. Everyone's childhood's ruined. The people of our generation and older. Well, at least we actually had good kids' TV. I think we're going to be the last generation to have proper children's TV, because like our kids will probably just have like an iPad put in front of them when they're like 3 years old, and then that'll be it.
It's all
And
online now.
they're just a bit. They'll be like creating TikToks. Talking of getting your kids to do things, I was having a conversation yesterday about, is it okay to like bring up your children to try and get them to earn you money? So like try and push them into a career path where they will have a lot of money and then they can give you some. Because me and Gabby's brother were talking about, well, he said that if he has a son, but obviously, or a daughter, but mainly a son, he would try and like get them to become a footballer so that they earn loads of money and then he has loads of money. And I've always thought that. Why don't you just train your son to be a footballer and then you get loads of money?
Yeah.
Is that wrong? Is that morally incorrect? I don't know.
I don't know, because I don't know how a kid would know that they want to do child acting or something like that, for example, without the parent.
Oh God! What about like
putting them into it?
Child beauty pageants and stuff?
That's a bit weird.
It is weird. Yeah. Like, what was the girl who got murdered, who was like a child beauty pageant person, and then there's a conspiracy that she's actually Katy Perry.
Is it JonBenet Ramsey?
JonBenet Ramsey, yeah. What I like the fact her first name's JonBenet, but wasn't her dad just called like John Bennett or something? I don't know if I've made that up. I'm gonna just Google that. I think the dad, but like JonBenet is just like a cooler way of saying John Bennett, pretty much. Who actually? Hang on.
While you do that, I'll read out the next thing. It's
John Bennett Ramsey. John Bennett Ramsey was the dad. John Bennett Ramsey, and then she was JonBenet Ramsey. Just like it's like Hyacinth Bucket and Hyacinth Bouquet.
It's exactly like that.
It's the same thing. Sorry, Choco.
I'll speed up. I'll speed through these. Next is Nestle's Vice Versa, which kind of looks like minstrels. Basically, one of them is milk chocolate in a white chocolate shell and white chocolate in a milk chocolate shell. So swapped. So
that's actually quite exciting.
They should bring that back.
I'm quite excited by that. Well, maybe we can find these. Sorry, we did the crisp episode. Maybe there's like these chocolates on eBay. We'll have to have a look.
Maybe. I'll keep this list and I'll
I don't know if they'd be all right to eat them now, but they can, I don't know. We can have a look.
For the content.
Yeah, we'll eat them for the content, definitely.
For the content.
We need to start doing stuff like that, like for the content, like doing stuff. Now that people can see us, we actually should do it.
We can make like we'll talk about it later, but we can make like maybe a Stefan Hansen's shorts.
Yes. We actually should genuinely do that.
Stuff like this.
It's a good shout.
Number 6 on the list is Cadbury's Tiffin. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's basically raisins and nut in a bar, which kind of is just like fruit and nut now, which I don't know if anybody actually eats that. I definitely wouldn't.
Is it like Tiffin, like the thing that you can get that's like a sort of cake, but not? It's like I feel like it's got like digestive biscuits in it. It's like a square with chocolate on top. I think I swear that's called Tiffin. There's also a chip shop in Stratford called Takeaway Tiffin. I don't know why it's called Tiffin, but who knows?
This it doesn't look like there's any biscuit in this. It's literally just raisins and like hazelnuts.
It sounds all right. Fruit and nuts, all right. It's absolutely fine.
I never had it. I don't think I'd want to. I'd just eat fruit by itself if I want fruit.
I am usually one of those people where I think like fruit is fruit, and then if you want to have a cake, you don't want to have something healthy in it. You just want it to be a cake that's like got shit in it, because you don't eat it to have fruit. I know what you mean, but fruit and nut is actually all right. And there's not much else that's like that though. Like it's like when you have like a rock cake or like a biscuit or something, and you think it's chocolate chips, but it's raisins, and it's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's like,
that's absolutely horrifying. I think that's a common thing that people despise. I don't know.
Next on the list is Cadbury Touchdown, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm just looking it up to see what that is.
It sounds very American. Touchdown just seems like a word that doesn't exist in the UK. It's only in America. It's exclusive to America. All new American word. Touchdown, exclusive to US markets. I don't think we're allowed to use the word touchdown in the UK.
I guess it's just literally, it has an American footballer on the front of it, so I'm guessing it's just something American. So I guess no one really cares about it. I don't.
Yeah, we don't care about America at all. Sorry to the widely American listener base that we have, but we don't like. No, I'm not saying we don't like you. I'm joking. America's good. Well, I've not been, but from what I think, it's good. It's fine. Still listen and watch.
Please do. Don't hate us. Just one of us. Next on the list is Cadbury Fuse.
That rings a bell.
Crisp and nutty goodness. I think it was. It went in 2005.
Maybe I very light. Maybe I was going to say maybe I lightly remember it. I might remember that a bit from my childhood, possibly. Fuse. Possibly would have been a corner shop regular around the corner from me.
It said it had crisp and nutty goodness.
I'm going to have a look at the wrapper.
Absolutely, you can.
Fuse. Yeah, that kind of looks slightly familiar for some reason. Hang on, though. There's a new version of it, it looks like. That's on eBay. Potentially. Cadbury's Fuse chocolate bar with peanuts, 48 grams. Yeah, you can apparently buy them.
Oh, maybe it's come back since this article came out.
I don't know
how old this article is.
These are coming in from India, though. You can buy them, but they're like from India, so I don't know. Maybe they still make them in certain parts of the country, but you just have to get them shipped in from other places. Maybe we'll try Cadbury's Fuse at some point. We'll see.
You could get your grandparents to send some.
That's very true. There's going to be some ancestors in India who I can get hold of.
They still live in India?
No, but there are a fair few people there who are in India that I don't actually know them, but I can maybe get in touch. I'll be able to find their contact details.
Or Stefan Anson's trip to India.
That would be good. I do want to go to India at some point. I really have to.
India is a good place.
Fuse sounds decent as well, to be honest. I'd give Fuse a go.
I'll definitely have a look later to see if any of these are still about or have come back. Next on the list is Cadbury's Marble, which, as you can expect, is just sort of marbleized chocolate with a hazelnut center.
I think I saw that.
People on the back.
It's probably style over substance. I doubt it tastes incredible, but actually chocolate and hazelnut is a great combination, but that already exists, such as the Vigo bar and also other things. I swear there's another one that's chocolate and hazelnut. I can't think what it is. I don't know. For some reason all I can think of is Bounty, but that's definitely not hazelnut. That's coconut. I'm just being silly.
Is it the purple one? The purple one in a celebration, not celebrations. It's
oh, maybe there might. Yeah, I feel like it's not a bar. It's like in a box, like a little. This is a chocolate rather than a chocolate bar. Like it's a miniature one. A little boy. What? Little boy.
KSI.
Yeah. That.
I'm just gonna, because he made a song called Little Boy. I'm just gonna do a few more just so we can.
Let's have a
the
gander.
Cadbury's Dream Bar.
I used to like that.
I never knew what. I don't ever remember that.
Thing is, I remember it, and I remember having it. I think it was just very basic white chocolate. Like it wasn't anything special. But I remember it, but I don't remember it fondly enough to remember when it was discontinued. Like I don't remember it going, essentially. And then like 5 years ago, I was like, oh God, Cadbury's Dream. That's not there anymore. Where did it go?
The thing is, because white chocolate, as opposed to actual chocolate, is literally just sugar and milk.
I saw a thing on
I've seen.
TikTok.
So,
Apparently, white chocolate gets better if it's like caramelized. It tastes nicer. So you can like get white chocolate, melt it down, and then put it in the fridge, and then it's better. It's like yellow, but it's like slightly caramelized. And I reckon
right.
that sounds better than actual white chocolate. So you
I
can
would hope
make
so.
better white chocolate out of white chocolate, pretty much. So
I have.
decent.
I've just seen, and it looks like Cadbury's since then have released a new white chocolate bar. It's just called Cadbury White.
Great, brilliant. Well done with the name there, Cadbury's.
I wonder who got paid to do that.
Is it actually called Cadbury White?
Yeah.
Should we invent a chocolate bar that's called Stuff and Nonsense Brown, and it's just milk chocolate? Oh yeah, Cadbury White. Yeah, they've got a Cadbury White Oreo Easter egg as well out this year. Yeah, Cadbury White is literally a thing. We have to invent a Stuff and Nonsense Brown bar. So, like, I reckon we need to invent a chocolate bar. I swear that was a thing that I had to do at school, like at primary school or secondary school. I had to like invent a chocolate bar and like name it. I feel like that might have been in like FT at school. I swear it was, or something like that. Or you have to invent like an item. It was really weird because it's not something you'd normally do at school. But like, I swear we had to do something.
And then the teachers would steal it and make it for themselves.
Probably. Well, actually, it was that specific teacher, Mrs. Gardner, who accused me of like plagiarism. She said I'd copied like all of my homework from a website, but I actually hadn't, and she just like accused me of plagiarism for no apparent reason. I don't know whether that's a compliment because she's saying it's written well, so I can't have written it, or whether she was just I don't know what her reasoning was behind her saying it was plagiarized. Have you ever been accused of crimes against words before?
Not that I can remember, but I've been accused of many things.
I normally show
At
off to
school.
people saying that I've been accused of plagiarism. It's just like quite a good line to like show off. Like it makes me look quite hard. Being like, yeah, I've got accused of copying from a website once.
You should get that tattooed onto like your forehead.
Well, I was
I have
accused
been.
of copying. I was accused of copying from a website. I might do that. That's my next tattoo. Yeah, just to address in the last episode about the ocean, I said I didn't have a seahorse tattoo, but I actually do. I just didn't roll my sleeve up like high enough to see it, and I couldn't remember that it was there. And
Isn't it massive?
Like, yeah, it's like there. I don't know how I didn't see it. I rolled my sleeve up to like there, where you can only see the tail, and I just didn't realise that it was there. But I remembered then having a conversation with my mum about it, and she was like, "Why don't you get a chameleon? Because it's more interesting." And I was like, "No, I might still get a chameleon though. Who knows what the future holds?" But my next one is just a tattoo across my forehead saying, I was accused of copying from a website. I didn't actually.
Do you know what one I think you should get next?
I don't know what. Go.
The beef coon.
Sorry?
The beef coon.
What is that? Is that the raccoon?
It's a beaver and a raccoon.
Oh yeah, that's quite cool.
It's a beaver with a raccoon tail.
That's pretty good. I might get like
ears.
Yeah, I might get like a Zorse tattoo, like a zebra and a horse. Or like or like dog cross, like animals that are like a liger, maybe. I might get a tattoo of a liger. But I think probably a Zorse tattoo is my next one. Or could just get the word Zorse written somewhere.
Zorse.
Zorse.
I think that should be our next episode. Hybrid animals.
That's actually a very good shout. We could actually do that, yeah. Hybrid animals is going to be the next one. Hopefully. So if you're listening in the future, let us know whether hybrid animal, well, I think we'll know, but you will be able to know whether it was or not. Have we got another one before the tire list? I thought I'd say tire instead of tier, because
one that probably more people I think would remember, Cadbury's Time Out. Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that had stopped. I think I did know that had stopped. I've not seen it for a long time. But I don't, yeah. Weirdly, I wonder when the last time was that I actually bought like one single chocolate bar and actually ate it. Because I genuinely don't. I haven't done it for such a long time. I don't know. It's probably when I had one of the vegan like Vigo bars when I was when I didn't have dairy. But I don't know. I steal like dark chocolate out of the cupboard, and that's about it. What was a timeout? I can't remember what it was.
I think it was like a chocolate / wafer bar.
Oh yeah, I know.
I think.
It's like something else, but like, is it like a blue ribbon, but not?
I think so.
Hang on, timeout. Also, why is it blue riband rather than ribbon? It's like It's like riband. It's like RIBAND, which isn't even a word.
Is it pronounced ribbon then?
I don't know. People just call it. I don't even know what people say when they say it. Whether they say blue ribbon or blue ribband with a D, but it's like stupid. Blue riband. Yeah, timeout. It kind of looks similar to a time. Yeah, timeout looks sort of similar. Do you think it's tier list time?
I think it is tier list time.
But as well as being something that we categorize items in, a tier list is also the list of things that I have shed tears over.
Yeah, we cry over this.
I cry. And when I cry, I write down a list of all of the reasons that I cry. And yeah, miserable. But this tier list is a much more positive, jolly one, unless you have a severe lactose intolerance and you can't have any of these items. Or you're vegan.
Yeah.
Or you're actually healthy. So for those of you who are unaware of our tiers, because we don't have any ordinary tiers, we don't do no normal stuff on here. We do our own stuff and also our own nonsense as well.
Yeah.
And also we're renaming the podcast Things and Crap. Can you explain why?
Was it English to Punjabi on Google Translate? I typed in, or was it you or me? I think one of us typed in.
I think it was
such a bad memory.
I think it was you.
I typed in stuff and nonsense, and then it came back as stuff and crap. Then I did it again, and then it came back as. You basically have to just switch it around all the time, and eventually it came back as things and crap. So
yeah, this might be called. I might mock up like a logo that's the same as our logo, but it says things and crap instead. Oh, maybe. Oh no, I've got an idea. Basically, I'll tell you afterwards. The tiers that we have nonsense at the bottom, bad, second from bottom, bad stuff. I've just written bad because I'm lazy. Average, good stuff, and elite. Snicky Wicky Wickers is the first, also known as a Snickers, but I thought I'd make it sound more cool because I'm like quite trendy. But yeah, Snickers. What do you think?
I quite like a Snickers bar. Snickers is good. It's decent. What were they called before? Were they called something like Marathon Bar?
I think so.
You can still get them from like Morrison's.
Yeah, I think you can. I swear you used to be able to get them in like some of the sweet shops in town. Remember the sweet shop in Stratford in Bard's Walk, and Bradley Hunt used to work there. You know, the one from X Factor?
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in there.
Yeah, Bradley Hunt used to work in. This could be the title. Bradley Hunt used to work in a sweet shop. That's actually quite good. But yeah, he used to work in a sweet shop when they used to sell like retro like chocolate and stuff in there.
They also had things like candy canes that didn't taste anything like what they were supposed to.
Yeah,
any of them actually ever do.
They had like Three Musketeers and stuff like that. There was one chocolate bar that I used to get from there all the time that was actually amazing, but it was basically like a Mars bar but longer and just like better. But I can't remember what it was called. But I'm not a massive Snickers person, but we can average ourselves out. Where would you put it personally?
I would maybe put it in good. I wouldn't put it in elite, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm happy with good. We can go for good. Snickers. We have a Mars bar next. I'm a big advocate of the Mars bar. I'm a big proponent of the Mars bar. I'm also... Why are there loads of space-related names for chocolate? What's the connotation between chocolate and space? Because there's Mars, Milky Way, Magic Stars, there's Galaxy, and they're all space-related. I swear there's probably another one.
I don't know. Maybe it's for like kids specifically, because like kids really like astronauts.
I was just going to say maybe they were invented, like chocolate invented for like astronauts. potentially.
Could be, actually.
Do you reckon
That
in
wouldn't be the
space?
weirdest thing.
Do you reckon like in space, all the chocolate bars are named after like stuff from Earth? No, that makes no sense. Where would you put a Mars bar? I would say it's probably I would say good or elite from Mars bar. I don't know what I'm talking about today. I'm in a weird mood today for some reason. I don't know why. Mars. I think Mars is. I'm a big fan.
You do it, because I don't really have that many Mars bars, but I like it. I just don't have it that often.
I might have to go elite because we don't have loads of chocolate bars, and I reckon Mars bar is just going to go in elite. The next one, I'm veering in the same direction just because of legacy, and also because it's nice. But dairy milk, like it's not the most interesting by any stretch of the imagination, but it's dairy milk. It's got a horrible name though, dairy milk. Like it's not actually a nice name when you think about it.
When you like abbreviate it, it's Cadbury's Dairy Milk. It's CDM, which is also Central Defensive Mid.
So it's like N'Golo Kante, basically.
Like
or who else is a central defensive midfielder? Douglas Luiz, maybe. Marvelous Nakamba.
Yeah.
If you play,
Nemanja Matic.
Nemanja Matic. Yeah, basically Nemanja Matic is a Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Do you reckon it's got to go in elite? I think, and also the versatility of it, because they have various versions of it. But I guess we're just judging this off the original one, I suppose.
I think of the original one, we'd have to put it in elite. The sad thing about it is, though, like how over time it's just gotten smaller and smaller, and now because they've taken so much of the sugar out of it, it's not what it was.
We need to start a business where we import American confectionery and sell it. That's what we need to do. You know how we always talk about opening a shop in town? Or just opening, like, renting a building. We need to import, like, American confectionery and start a sweet shop with actual proper... I don't know how legal it is, but we can see. Galaxy is next. Another spatial... Is that a word? Spatial...
like a...
Food. Chocolate.
Astronomical chocolate bar.
Yeah, it's very space race related. No, it's not. Shut up. Galaxy. I don't know. I like Galaxy.
I very much like Galaxy. I think it's very unique. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the words out. You know what it will taste like without seeing it. Like, you know what it is. Basically.
It's quite creamy.
Yeah.
It's a creamy bar.
Creamy tea.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I was just quoting Friday Night Dinner. I don't know if you've seen season 6, series 6.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
If I've not, I have to. I can't think if I have or not. Also, Line of Duty. I need to watch the new series of that as well. And I think maybe the series before, because I think I missed it. But are we putting Galaxy in elite or good? It's going to be in one of them, surely.
Personally, I put it in elite because I think it is elite.
Chocolate is just good. Chocolate is just good, and I don't even have a sweet tooth particularly. I always say that, but I think I'm changing to have more of a sweet tooth now. But, like, chocolate is just nice. Toffee Crisp is the next one, though. I think this was always my mum's go-to when I was a kid. Because, like, my mum and dad would occasionally get, like, something. If we went to, like, the corner shop or something, I swear, I think we'd always get my mum a Toffee Crisp. I don't know. I must have had one at some point. I must have done. I think I know exactly what they are, but I'd be going sort of average.
I would say maybe average, yeah.
They're all right. There's not a lot of chocolate that's bad. No, there's not much that's bad, but like, yeah, I reckon.
I can only think of like one or two that's like going to go in nonsense.
Well, are they on the list that you sent me?
They might not be, I don't think, actually.
We can always, at the end, we can always think of one or two more that we have strong opinions on and then add those as well.
Yeah.
Toffee Crisp. Lion Bar we have next. Leon
Is
Bar.
a Lion Bar just sort of like a Toffee Crisp? No, it isn't. I can't even remember what... It's kind of crispy inside.
Let me Google it. Lion
I think it's
Bar.
quite rugged.
Is it a rugged chocolate bar?
I think so. It's quite rugged.
What do you think you would be if you were a chocolate bar? It doesn't even have to be a specific one that exists. You can just describe like what the qualities would be of you as a chocolate bar. This is not making
That's
it
a
any
good
clearer.
question.
Wafer and caramel, I think Lion Bar is with chocolate on it. Sounds all right.
Mm.
It sounds okay, but probably not that amazing. You know how sometimes with a chocolate bar, there's just too much going on and you just want it to be more simple? Like, that's
Yeah.
what I think about Snickers for some reason. I don't know.
I think if I was going to be a chocolate bar, I think I'd be a Snickers because I'm a nutcase.
That's actually quite good. I think I'd be fruit and nut because I'm a nutcase and an absolute fruitcake. I'm
Way!
really mad. I'm mental. I am.
Uh,
I'm absolutely mental. I think I'm a dairy milk fruit and nut potentially. What should we do with Lion Bar? Wafer and caramel with a chocolate coating. That's the official symbol of coating.
I would have it in
It's
good.
not, but okay. We'll slap it into good. Double decker. Double decker,
Double
also
decker.
known as a double decker if you're English. It's also a type of bus.
Yeah, it is.
When there's not just one
Ah,
level, there's two, and you can go upstairs. That's quite frightening. I hate going down the stairs on a bus when it's moving still.
yeah.
It gives me a
I
little
do.
bit of paranoia.
I much prefer the second level there.
Yeah,
really like. Yeah, it's mostly the odd people that sit at the bottom, and
true. I'm trying to think because the only
I
time
think mostly because they can't get upstairs.
the only time I ever really get a bus now is if I come to see you, which hasn't been for a long time. But I swear I always sit upstairs on the way there, but I sit downstairs on the way back, like virtually every single time. So I don't know why that
Really
is. Yeah, not sure why. I think it's always quiet on the way
interesting.
back. It's always quiet on the way back, so I feel like I just have the downstairs to myself, and I can't be bothered to go upstairs. So,
Yeah.
what are we doing with a double decker? I don't even know what Why do I not know what a double decker is?
It's kind of chocolate at the bottom, and then a soft something in the top, like a.
It looks like the inside of a veggie dipper from McDonald's in the picture that I've seen. I don't, I don't think it is, but that's what it looks like to me. It looks all right, actually. Sorry, what? Did you know you can get double-decker trains? You can get trains.
No,
You can get trains with an upstairs.
I didn't. I want to look that up now.
If you look double-decker express, that's on the on the Indian Railway. They have double-decker trains,
What on earth?
and this one's Chennai Central. Chennai is where my grandparents were born.
That's really cool. It kind of
But
makes sense that it's in India though, because I think
also,
trains are like the busiest there.
I think so. Also, Hungary as well, apparently. UK double-decker. What? UK double-decker train. Oh, apparently there might be double-decker trains in the UK in the next 10 years. That's actually
That's
quite
cool.
exciting. Double-decker trains. Imagine double-decker cars, and you could just like you were like getting driven to school by your dad, and you could just sit upstairs in the
Yeah,
car.
so you don't have to.
Don't have to have all that annoying small talk because everyone hates their parents when they're teenagers or kids. So you can just sit upstairs. Imagine sitting upstairs in your car. Like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm just going to go upstairs whilst you're in the car. Quite cool.
Yeah.
Where should we put
Parents.
the double decker?
I would. It's really difficult because it's good, but is it great? No, it's not.
No,
Let's put it in good.
Goodo. Okay, Bourneville. I like Bourneville because I'm a big dark chocolate fan, but I don't think. Oh yeah,
And
if it was. Well, you hate it.
I hate Bon. I don't like dark chocolate at all.
Oh, but you're in Bourneville though, right now. You're live from
Oh
Bourneville,
yeah.
Birmingham.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bourneville's just full of chocolate. It's just like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Why have I just got a draft when all of my windows are closed and the wind has just come into my room from nowhere? My windows are all
Yeah, that
shut.
happens with me as well. I think because there's like a hole, not like sort of a gap in between my windowsill. So it's kind of a
I
bit
don't know what it
windy.
is. Maybe I create my own breeze or something. I don't know.
Just stop breathing.
Where would you put Bourneville if this was just down to you? Don't you have to take me into consideration, and then we can average it out.
So if it was just me, I'd put it smack down at the bottom. But
so if you'd put it in nonsense and I'd put it in elite, should we just put it in average? I guess. If we're
I guess
because then it's slap bang in the middle.
Although I don't like it, I can respect that it's probably a top tier / good quality chocolate bar. So we can put it in good if you like.
Okay. Oh, vibes.
I'm sure if I did like dark chocolate, I would like it, but I don't.
I reckon they should name chocolate bars after other parts of the Midlands as well. It's just like the Cadbury's Solihull, or like the Cadbury's Wolverhampton. I definitely would try I'd definitely try like a Cadbury's Dudley. I don't know what that would taste of.
Probably taste of TGF.
I knew you were going to say, or Lenny Henry maybe. Milky Bar is next. I have a thing where I have a mental block, and I always confuse Milky Bar and Milky Way, even though they're not similar, just because they have Milky in the name. But Milky Bar is just white chocolate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Milky Bar, again, we've discussed the fact that white chocolate isn't actually chocolate, but it's still nice.
No,
I would go for probably like
of sugar and milk.
I'd probably go for good or average. It's fine. Would you go good or average? We'll put average.
I'd probably say average because it's something you shouldn't have that often because it'll just rot your teeth.
Oh no! Telephone. Boost.
I can't say I've ever had a Boost.
Boost looks like it should be an energy drink, but it's a chocolate bar. I don't get it.
I think it also is an energy drink.
I swear it is. The branding's just not right for like a chocolate bar. It doesn't make any sense. But also, I don't know what it is. Should we just put it in bad? Because we have nothing in bad. And I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, shove it in bad.
Yeah, goodbye. Well, not properly, because if it was in nonsense, it would be goodbye. Twirl. Twirl's basically a flake, but with a coating on it. Which kind of makes it less of a mess in a way. It's less messy than a flake. But not messy. It still is. If we're looking at a scale of... if we're on messy... and messiness of chocolate bars, and at the bottom is Messi, and at the top is Lionel. Then I don't know, where would Flake be? Where would Twirl be, and where would Flake be? If like Leo, I think on a scale of Leo to Messi.
I think
I don't know it doesn't make any sense.
It
doesn't mean anything.
Fucking hell.
Let's just ignore what I say. It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Where's it going?
I think tactically, Flake is better than Twirl, but no, tactically, Twirl is more cleaner.
Yeah, it's a neater...
I think Flake is better.
Flake might be better, to be honest. Where should we put Twirl?
So.
I think Twirl's probably good still. It's nice because it's like light. And I don't know why that's apparently my symbolism for light. That's like sign language for light, potentially. I don't know. Twirl, we can put... Do you want to put it in good?
Yeah.
I like how I wrote that without before I even asked, but I could have crossed that out. What about crunchy? Crunchy. Sorry.
I'd probably put crunchy close to elite, or maybe not. I don't know. I do like a crunchy, but I don't like a crunchy all the time. It would be like every now and again.
Yeah, it's a scarce occurrence, but it's an enjoyable one all the same.
It will rot your teeth if you eat it regularly.
Yeah, that is a proper like dentist's nightmare.
Probably break your teeth as well.
It could do that. It could well do that. Should we put it in good?
Yeah.
Or should we put it in elite? I don't know.
Let's just put it in good. Crunchy. We got a lot in good.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a lot in good, but chocolate's good.
It is good.
It's mostly good. There's only so far you can go wrong. What about a Whisper? Oh, sorry. We have
It's
to
a whisper.
We have to whisper for this whole bit.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what a whisper is. Is it basically just a twirl?
I don't know. I'm going to go on Google Images.
It just looks like a more compact twirl.
It kind of looks like a twirl, but also like an arrow at the same time.
A twirl.
Maybe they should have called it a twirl.
I think so.
Where should we put whisper?
I think we should put it in good.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, I think we should put it in good as well. Whisper. Okay. So if you enjoy ASMR, then let us know if you want us to start an ASMR channel.
Yeah, it's basically just us doing this, but whispering.
It's just, we can just record like whispered versions of every episode and put them on there. We have a dime bar next. We're down to our final 4. Dime or dame if you're stupid. I don't know. I think everyone calls it dime.
I think it's dime. It is dime, but some might argue. Have you ever had a dime bar?
I genuinely don't know. I'm not sure I have, to be honest.
It's quite a crumbly caramel. It's quite like...
Sounds nice.
Shatters in your mouth.
I quite like shattering.
It is great.
Don't know how to end that sentence at all. But, oh, right, hang on. I don't know if I expected it to look like that, but it looks nice. What's the texture of it? What does it like feel like when you bite into it?
It's like you're biting into a brick, but like a thin brick.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like it's like quite brittle, but also it's thin, so it's not going to be like horrible on your teeth necessarily. Where would you put it? Oh, is it? Nice. Where are you going to put it? I will just leave it to you if you want, because I don't know enough about it.
I'll put it in average because some people might not like it, and also I think we need more in average. I don't know.
We don't have anything in nonsense yet, but maybe at the end we can put something forward. We'll just come up with we'll just discuss the crap ones at the end. We have a flake. If a twirl's in good, is a flake in average because it's a twirl that's more Leo messy.
I would argue that it's better than a twirl. I would put a flake straight in elite.
To be honest, I think a flake, because of the 99 Mr. Whippy, it's also very versatile in an ice cream. Not versatile in an ice cream, but it's versatile in the fact that you can use it as a chocolate bar or to put in an ice cream. So yeah, that's absolutely fine to put a flaque in there. What about a Yorkie, which was my go-to when I was a child, but it's also sexist. So, because women, it says on it like men only, like women can't have this or something. I wonder if it still has. It definitely used to.
No, it shouldn't do that.
Also, it basically is only meant to be for
Snickers
men.
as well. Snickers with get some nuts.
Yeah, well, you can't. Yeah, I do remember that. Let me try. I want to try and investigate to see if Yorkie still says. Yeah, it says. Oh, hang on. It says it's not for girls, but a lot of pictures don't say that. They just say original. So they might have got rid of the "it's not for girls" part, because I don't think we should segregate. I think we have to take points off for misogyny, and I think misogyny always makes things worse. So I don't know. I'd put it in good to start with, but does the misogyny knock it down to average, or even bad?
What's so good about a Yorkie anyway? It kind of looks like a really plain chocolate bar.
It literally is. I don't know why I used to like it. Well, it's not.
I would put it in.
There's nothing bad about it, but it's just fine. It's just like chocolate. That's it. Let's put it in bad.
Yeah.
Yorkie, and then I think there was one more before we talk about ones that we despise. Grr.
Yes.
Rubbish chocolate. Twix is the last one. I find Twix nice, but a bit too sickly. Like, it makes me feel ill because it's too sweet. It's like very sweet. Twix, I find.
Yeah, it reminds me of a school lunchbox additive.
Yeah, it is very school lunchboxy for some reason. I don't know. Twix is another one. I swear, like, own brand Twixes are nicer than actual Twixes. Like I swear I used to have like Tesco Twixes sometimes. I don't know what they were called. And then like they're actually nicer. You know how like own brand stuff can sometimes be better than the actual original thing. But
Yeah.
I can't think of any others, but off the top of my head. Where would you put Twix? I would probably put it in average, but I don't know. It's not. It's just.
I think
It's too sweet though. Like I can have a full Twix in one go. I would.
I would agree.
I think I'd implode. I was going to say thunk. I thunk I'd implode.
I think he would as well.
Twixy Wix. Okay, what do you hate? Talk to me about the chocolate that you want to kill.
There's one that I've never had, but I know I wouldn't like it, and that's a Turkish Delight, which apparently is a chocolate bar. Oh, no.
Yeah, Turkish Delight is horrible. Yeah, I think it's Fry's, the same company that do the peppermint cream and the orange cream.
Which is also Cadbury's.
Yeah, I think it's Fry's Turkish Delight. And I had Turkish Delight. There was one, the Turkish barbers there's a couple of Turkish barbers. The one where you got like your face like slashed open, and so did I. Like they just have to like injure you every time they get your hair. They sometimes burn your ears. Yeah, they sometimes offer you a Turkish Delight, and I had one once, and it's like awful. It's just like eating a bunch of flowers.
Apparently, the only people that eat it are historians and psychopaths.
That's probably accurate. Yeah, Turkish Delight awful. So. The country of Turkey, up your game. You got nothing on Cadbury's. Or Cadbury's is elite, to be honest. Cadbury's is great in general. We need to also at some point do a tier list of companies that do chocolate, like Cadbury's, Nestle, Hershey's, Willy Wonka. Well, it's just called Wonka, I think. And others. Can't think of any others now. But yeah. Is there any other awful ones? Let me have a look at worst chocolate.
Picnic.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I know of it, but I don't know what it is.
It looks just like the Tiffin one, but what's on the front of it? It looks like it's like peanuts and raisins. Anything with raisins in is going straight to the bottom for me.
Oh, God. Well, maybe we'll just do that as well then. So picnics in there as well. Yeah, if you look up worst chocolate bars, then none of them are actually bad. Like, they are the worst, but that doesn't mean that they're bad because they're still chocolate.
Yeah, they put Curly Whirly in here that I've seen, and Curly Whirly is.
Are they the ones
I like Curly Whirly.
Are they like really hard?
They're quite chewy and long and
they're
thin
like toffee sort of one.
Yeah, I do like them.
Orange twirl sounds nice. Chocolate orange, chocolate mint, chocolate hazelnut, chocolate and coffee. All those combinations are incredible, to be honest.
Can we put Bounty all the way down in nonsense?
We can if you like. I don't know if I've said before. I don't mind Bounty. I will have it. I'll never go for it first, but I don't mind it. But for the sake of wanting to remain acceptable as a human being, I'll put it in nonsense because I'm alone in that. Do we have anything to say before the end of the episode? Something's not right in my brain today. I don't know what's happened. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Let's just say things like, despite what people say, chocolate is not bad for you unless you have too much. So just make sure you don't eat all of them in one go. Maybe like one every 2 or 3 days or something.
I keep getting there's always chocolate everywhere. You can't avoid it. Like there's still Quality Street around the house, like left over from Christmas, and like Lindt that I got my mum for Lindor that I got my mum for Mother's Day, and then she just can't eat them all, so I have to end up having some. And then there's always chocolate. You can't avoid it. It's everywhere all the time.
It is everywhere.
But everything in moderation, folks. Everything in moderation, folks. Everything.
Moderation.
In moderation.
For the nation.
Everything. I need to stop saying folks because then I have to start everything in moderation again. But yeah.
You're getting a bit too Blue Van Man-y.
Kind of. Just all you've got to do is everything in moderation. Yeah. So thank you for watching and listening to the episode today. And should we say goodbye and maybe wave?
Yes.
Goodbye and wave.
Buenos dias.